Hi everyone, it's Paige here from Paige Haynes Kinesiology, and I was meditating this morning, and I'm not sure whether I shared this with you or not a little while ago, but I think I did. A coincidence, which I don't really believe in coincidences, but Chrysocolla was a stone that had come up, a crystal that had come up, not only for myself but for several of my students. Well, this morning I decided to do a liquid crystal card. So if you don't know liquid crystals, they're beautiful. They actually are a card deck, but also you can physically take the liquid crystals as well. So I've done a course in that as well. So it's like a homeopathic sort of thing, but it's the essence of the crystals. So it's pretty cool. So anyway, I was playing around. They've come back into my awareness, so they're my favorite cards at the moment. And Chrysocolla came up again for me, and I thought, you know what? I actually feel like this must be a message for all of us. And when I read the message, I was like, yeah, okay, this is something that's been coming up for my clients, for myself. And so, yeah, I thought I would come and share it today. So this is the beautiful Chrysocolla. Ooh, trying to get it so that there's not too much glare on it. So that's the color of it. And it says silence on there, but it's really about being able to embrace that feminine essence, that feminine side of ourselves. So I'll read you what it says about it, because it's, I can't say it as beautifully as what they say it, but essentially it's made its way into my life today and into your life too, because I am sharing this with you. Hi, Rochelle. Her presence usually relates to the recognition of your feminine side and her pathways of growth. So it's possible that you have developed a dependence on the masculine methods of living, and it's time to step back into yourself, trust and feel that which resides in you. Release your attempts to control and change the external world. The goddess is on your doorstep. Will you take her hand? Real change is that which leads to the discovery of the divine inner self. Sit a while and recognize your greatest achievement is not in the world, it is what you sacrifice to be in the world at birth. Chrysocolla time is a time of inner truth that, if embraced, will lead to inner peace and the birth of the new divine life for us all. Battles are best fought within self if anyone is ever to be victorious and the world return to peace. And this really resonated for me, and it's funny because I've been coming up against that real masculine kind of doing energy instead of being energy, which is really more the feminine, right? So when we're in the feminine way of being, we're not out there doing and slaving away and doing that really masculine type of thing. And of course we need to have a balance between that, but I've been really coming up against that doing lately, and I've also seen it in some of my clients, and funnily enough, testosterone has come up quite a few times over the past couple of weeks for my clients in women. And so when I've mentioned that to them, they've kind of said, yeah, I really feel like I'm in my masculine at the moment, and that, so maybe that's contributing to that. And so it's been an interesting phenomenon. I've not really looked more deeply into that. I mean, we all have testosterone in us, but yeah, it's been really interesting that there's been an imbalance there. And so, and then of course, I always reflect things in my own life, because my clients are always a reflection of me, and I've been starting to think about how I haven't necessarily been stepping into that feminine and allowing that flow through. And so there was a beautiful meditation that they also suggested in here that I did this morning, and it was just stunning. And so they suggest to actually do it for 21 days. So I thought I would share that with you as well, and just encourage you to see where you're not, where maybe you're resisting that feminine side of you, where you're not stepping into that flow. And this can be for males and females. This is not just about women. This is about the men as well, embracing their feminine side, because we need that balance. There's the yin and the yang, right? And we need that within us. And I sometimes joke that Tim's actually a bit more feminine than I am in our relationship, and that's fine. And often that'll be the case. And I actually have that with a few of my other friends that we've spoken on that level as well. And they've sort of said, yeah, I think it's the same with me and my partner, that he's more the feminine than in the way that we interact and the way that we relate in our relationship. Not saying that, he's a woman, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I just wanted to share the exercise here as well. Basically, it says to place the Chrysocolla cards, and what I'll do is I'll take a picture of each of the cards it suggests, and I'll pop it in the comments below, so that you can print them off as well if you've got a printer. So it says to take the Chrysocolla and put it in the dominant hand, which is the one that you write with, and then the Chrysoprase, I don't know if I'm saying that right, chrysoprase in your other hand, and that one is all about fearless movement. Bit exciting. And then we're also going to go with green calcite on the heart, which is about letting go. And so I just placed it as I did my meditation this morning down my shirt, and I had the chrysocolla in my right hand and the chrysoprase in my left. And then it says, take a nice big breath and go inward. Ask the aspects of yourself that serve the outer world to come forward. See them as aspects, attitudes, and mannerisms, and then let them go into their outer world where they are happy. Okay, so this is that doing energy, right? So we're sending them off out into the outer world, and as these energies leave you, feel and experience emptiness where they once were. Sit silently, listen, breathe, and then affirm your name. So you say, I would say, I am Paige, and you would say, I am Rose, I am Karina, I am Michelle. Thanks for joining me, guys. And you keep saying that, I am Paige, I am Rose, I am whoever you are, okay, over and over like a mantra. And so you're allowing the empty spaces to fill themselves in. You don't define them, you don't give them names, you don't give them a purpose, you're just filling those empty spaces in. And it says just allow and know. So do this at the start and end of each day for ideally 21 days. If you make it, you will do this for the rest of your life. So I thought that was just such a beautiful little process there to really, because I sometimes, I bring my awareness to bringing in that feminine, but I don't necessarily take the action that I need to continue that practice happening. So I'm hoping that Chrysocolla feels beautifully honoured now because she just keeps coming up to me, and I'm hoping that this process of this meditation, which I'll be doing every day, so if you want to join me in that, just let me know, and maybe we can keep each other accountable to doing that. But at the beginning, and I had actually missed that it was at the end of the day as well that you need to do it, so that's pretty cool. So like I said, I will post these beautiful cards in the comments below so that you can print them off, or whatever ways you can use them, and you can have them too and do that process with me. And then I'll be interested to know how we go with allowing that feminine to come back and flow in our lives, and let that dominant masculine kind of step outside of us so we can start to be a little bit more than maybe doing. So I hope you've all had a wonderful week, and it's lovely to connect with you, and I'm sure I'll be back next week with whatever's relevant and coming up for me then. All right, bye for now. Oh, and don't forget, I have a course coming up soon too in March. So it starts 16th of March, and it's my weekday course, so it's 1 day a week. I'm going to be very sad to say goodbye to my current students. We've had a beautiful group through, and a little bit sad about letting them go. But that'll be coming up on the 16th of March. Pending that I get the numbers at that point. So that's all for now, but have a lovely week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.